predominantly inhabited by the Kuki-Zo family. And now, since there are no Kuki-Zo family in those Imphal Valley, who could probably burn? And those mobs, angry mobs and women, says that this is something created by someone else. This is not burned. This is not arsoning by the Meitei community. There is something behind who try to create misunderstanding between different communities. But imagine when there are no Kuki-Zo family in the heart of Imphal city, who else could have burned down their houses in New Chekun area? Now, leaving aside all those issues, let me get back the viewers and yourself to 2 days incidents, what's happening around. You see, the Khamenlok areas, the Saikul areas, which we have all know in the social media, as well as I have very close contact, even my own very close kindred, cousin, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunties, so many of them are there in the very, very, very places where arsoning taking place, killing taking place, attacking taking place. Now my point is, believe me, what exactly is happening and how they twisted, how the majoritarian community twisted, fabricated, and fake it and misrepresent the report, even in social media, as well as print and electronic media as well. Now, Khamenlok area, Saikul subdivision is very much part of the hill district called Kangpokpi, which was earlier known as Senapati district, and which shared the boundary with Imphal East, Imphal West, and also Okrul Hill district. Now, what exactly happens? It is very much true.
On several occasions, in fact, Dr. Haokip, right. Sorry to interrupt, but the National Highway 2, right from Dimapur to Medzifema, Ghasmani to Kohima, and then to Zakhama, right. And then further on to it goes on further on to Mao Gate, and then Jwalamukhi, then Kangpokpi, right. And then after right. that comes Senapati. That's the Senapati Belt and Mantri.
You're very much familiar. You're very familiar with the geographical location of Manipur. I appreciate that. Yes, now coming to the point, this Khamenlok area, the very village, they call it Aigizang, which the majority community in the Imphal Valley claims that this was an attack by the Kuki militants. Now, in a simple term, let me quote in a simple term. If you stay at your home, if you don't attack the Kuki village, who else will attack you? Who's going to shoot you back? We have to defend. My brother, we have to defend. We can't just give a life. If a person, if a group of people, if a terrorist attack, will the Kashmiri give their lives if the terrorists attack? What if the Biharis are attacked by the terrorists? Wouldn't they sit it quiet? Wouldn't they remain in a silent spectator? No. No, if at all, Aigizang, in a place called Aigizang, which is located in Khamenlok area under Saikul subdivision of Kangpokpi district, is attacked by the majority community, those militant groups. What else do they expect? We have to defend ourselves. In defending our life, our land, our village, the village volunteer has to defend themselves and to do something which they have in their hand. They have to do something. In the process, lots of life has been lost. I'm very, very sorry. I convey my heartfelt condolence to all those innocent lives who lost, whose mothers are crying now in Imphal, whose brothers are crying, whose aunties are crying, whose sisters are crying for losing their lives, their innocent brothers. Believe me, it is very heartening to say all these things, but the fact of the matter remains, if at all those innocent youths are not being compelled to come along with those valley terrorist group called Arambai Tengol and Meitei Lipun, they should not have lost their lives. Believe me. So in simple terms, stay safe, stay home, don't come to attack the villages. We are also human. If our village has been attacked, we have to do something to defend our lives, our village, our property, our children, our women. So this is the fact. So if you do not come and attack the Kuki village, nobody will hurt. So that there can be peace. We can bring normalcy back. Stop attacking Kuki village. And in the meantime, I would also like to draw the attention of the weavers across India and across the globe. After the Home Minister of India, Sri Amit Shah ji, visited Manipur on 29th of May, and he left the state on date 1st June. And you know what happened? Even in his own presence, while he was in Kangpokpi, while he was in Churachandpur, Lamka, a majority of people from the valley attacked Kuki village in Churachandpur, in Chandel areas, Chandel district, in Kangpokpi, which is my hometown, Kangpokpi. I'm the witness of all those things. I know what's happening. No media, media controlled by the valley people can deny this fake. While Amit Shah was there, the moment he left the boundary between Kangpokpi district and Imphal West, there was a firing from Kangla Tombi side, which is Imphal West district side. People are defending, people have to defend themselves. Just imagine, Amit Shah has been promising, asking, appealing, making a humble appeal for 15 days to maintain peace, to maintain harmony, to bring back normalcy, to refrain from violence, shootings and killings and arsonings, whatnot. And because of the situation has been griming up after his visit, on date 4, subject to correction, on date 4 of June, Mr. Amit Shah make an earnest appeal, as you can see even in his Twitter also, as you can see, he honestly appealed to the people of Manipur on both communities to refrain from attacking, to refrain from violence, and also he appealed to the people of Kangpokpi district especially, who are occupying, who are blocking National Highway number 2. He appealed for the people that blockade should be lifted so that essential commodities could be transported to the valley, so that through all those gestures, good gestures, we can bring back normalcy. He did appeal, and we wholeheartedly believe in his appeal, and we lifted the blockade. But in the process, while we are concerned to bring back normalcy in the state by lifting the blockades in the National Highway number 2, there was fighting, there was attacking, there was arsoning against the Kuki villages, killing and whatnot. So after 2-3 days of lifting the blockades, we again decided to block the National Highway again. So believe me, what's going around now, what exactly is happening around now. Now, if you talk about what exactly is you know what exactly terrorist group Meitei Lipun, I could quote it. I could definitely say, I should not hesitate in calling these people terrorist groups, like Meitei Lipun and his leaders, Mr. Pramod Singh. And in fact, I'm telling you one thing, which I've known about Pramod Singh. Pramod Singh is a person who is known to me also. He was there in Kangpokpi district way back 2-3 years back. And we also had a meeting. We also had a discussion while there was a problem issue coming up with expansion of National Highway, which is going to be upgraded to ASEAN Highway. So we were there. I was one of the executive members with all those issues. So we had a discussion at the Deputy Commissioner's office at Kangpokpi. Mr. Pramod Singh was also there, and he also have many Kuki Jo family within Kangpokpi district as well. So he used to travel a lot in all parts of the Hill district. He knows it well. He make friendship with the people, especially also with the Kuki Jo family. He have lots of friends. Even now, I hope he do contact with them as well. Now, I thought this very person was very gentle person who really want peace, who really want to make friendship with the Hill people, especially the Kuki Jo family. But unfortunately, as you can see, what did he made a statement? What statement he made it? he openly declared, he openly declared, it was on 7 June, 7 June, he openly declared, Pramod Singh openly declared while he was having a TV discussion with Karan Thapa, he said, we will wipe out the entire Kuki-Jo populace within 15 kilometers who are settling in the National Highway number 2. Oh, really? I'm settling in National Highway number 2. And I should say, Mr. Pramod Singh, if you have guts, do that. But you cannot touch an inch of a land and our inhabitations. Because situation is such a way that if you at all, like I said before, if somebody is ready to attack us, we are ready to defend. So in such a way, things are happening around. And not satisfied with all those things, the Kokomi, whose name they bear for bringing peace and integrity of Manipur, now declare an open war to the Kuki-Zo, what they call it, narco-terrorists. Who are these narco-terrorists? Do they mean the entire Kuki populace? Or do they mean who are under suspension of operation? To them, this is, I'm going to make it very clear. Who are these so-called narco-terrorists according to Kokomi, according to the Valley people, according to Mr. Biren Singh, the chief minister, the failed chief minister in the history of Manipur? To them, they call it narco-terrorists. And today what happened? People, the groups of people whom they call narco-terrorists are the groups of people, are the groups of militant groups, Kuki-Zo militant groups, whom the state government, the Home Ministry of India had signed an agreement called tripartite talks, which includes Mr. Biren, who is also in charge of Home Department in the state government of Manipur, and also the government of India. If at all, they can call it these groups of Kuki-Zo militant groups who are under suspension of operation as narco-terrorists. Why are they signing an agreement with these narco-terrorist people? Biren has to answer this. Kokomi has to answer this. The people of Manipur has to answer this. Why should they sign suspension of operation groups to these Kuki-Zo militant groups who are fighting for their people? Why should they call it these people as narco-terrorists when they already signed and extend this suspension of operation for another 12 months till 29 of 2024? Why? Biren has to answer this. The people of Manipur has to answer this. And Kokomi has to answer this. Mr. Pramod Singh has to answer this. If at all they call it a narco-terrorist, why should they sign an agreement? Why should they extend another 12 months of suspension of operation? Now, believe me, what's the narratives? The narratives keeps on shifting. From day one, they keep shifting the narratives, calling the Kuki-Zo family as illegal immigrants, as poppy cultivators, and they call it a narco-terrorist now. And you know what? It's a funny thing. Somewhere in the social medias controlled by the Valley majority people, they say that these narco-terrorists or the so-called Kuki-Zo family has a very good link with the Chinese. Oh, really? Why should we be scared of the Manipur government and India government had we had a very good link with the Chinese? And what do they make it again? They claim it that they projected it that the other narratives which they created is that this Kuki-Zo family has a full support of those intelligence of Israel called Mossad. Funny. It is funny. What exactly is these narratives? What are they going to create it? What are they going to project it? Are they going to project this is national security threat because the Kukis are seemingly having a link with the Chinese, having a link with the Mossad of Israel? Really? Does that make sense? And of course, now all the picture has come out. It's an open secret. the center forces, the Indian armies are the witnesses that these state-sponsored terrorism carried out by Mr. Biren and his tools, like Aramba Tengo, Meitei Lipund, and the groups of people who was patronized and sponsored by Mr. Biren and Rajya Sabha MP, who is also the titular king of Manipur, called Maharaja Leisemba Sanajauba. Now, the Indian army, the central forces, are also the eyewitnesses. What exactly is happening? Who wear the camouflage of the army, or who wear the camouflage of the state commandos? There are lots of Arambai Tingos